Another week has passed and you're back again for my WTRL Zwift Racing League Recon video. This is the Syco-list. Let's get on with it. So this is my recon of round 3, stage 3 of the WTRL Zwift Racing League. This week we have a scratch race for you, so I don't have to worry about explaining FTS and FAL points and going through what every segment means to you. This is all about you getting to that finish line in the highest possible position in the race, maybe winning it. So the course for this one is the Road to Ruins in reverse in Watopia. The course has got a mix of everything, so there's something in there for everyone to enjoy. We start off in the downtown Watopia race pens and head out towards the volcano. We do a loop there before we head out to the Roman villas and start the epic com. The epic com then leads us into the jungle loop and the dirt gravel trails that lay ahead. We then descend back down the epic com, come back underneath the water tunnels and finish in downtown Watopia. This really is going to be a great scratch race. So the course is 29.8 kilometers in length and 276 meters of elevation. As it's got a little bit of everything, bike choice is always my favorite topic. So the bike choice for this one, I've done a little bit of research wondering if a bike choice halfway round for the dirt gravel trails would be beneficial, but having done that research, it isn't. I've worked out, for me, the Pinarello Dogma F or the Canyon Aeroad with the DT Swiss disc wheel set is going to be the bike options for me on this course. Do a little bit of research yourself, but I'm sure that they'll probably be similar bikes for you. The only power up available on this one is quite a unique one. It's the Steamroller, only available in events, so some of you might not have seen it. It's going to give you 30 seconds of reduced rolling resistance on anything that isn't paved roads. So basically what it does when you're riding your road bike out on the dirt or gravels, it's going to give you the same rolling resistance you'd have as if you're on tarmac. So use this one wisely. It has no benefits of being used on tarmac or paved surfaces, so just be mindful where you use it. As always with my recon videos, my recon notes are in the link in the description below. Please use them whilst you're out on course as they may be beneficial to you. I try and highlight most of the key climbs and key areas that I think the race might split, so just use that and be mindful of them. Alongside my recon notes and video, there is also the recon rides being hosted by Level Racing Esports. You'll be able to find them on the Zwift Companion app. Come along, jump into one of those rides and ride the course before the actual race to see what it's like for yourself. Well, that's enough of me talking. It's time to dive into this recon. So here we go. So here we join in then, we'll start in the downtown Watopia race pens, head through that start banner, make our way through the front here of downtown Watopia before the gentle climb out to take our right hand turn at the top towards the volcano. With normal Zwift racing, this will start quite rapid in this race, so this climb here at 3% will probably not be noticeable as you fight within the pack to keep your position. Taking this right hand turn here through the tunnel, which will lead us out to the volcano. The first 5 kilometers of this race are flat. There isn't anything really once leaving downtown Watopia to worry about. So this is just about getting yourself in the right position, getting yourself settled into this race. We're going to head through the volcano and then coming out the other side, we'll start making our way towards the Roman villas. So there you go, we've done the loop of the volcano and we're now heading out towards the Roman villas. When we get there, we'll get the slight switchbacks as we climb up into the Roman villas, and when we get to the fountain we'll be taking the right hand turn which will take us a little further up, climbing out of the villas up towards the Ocean Boulevard. So just manage your way through these switchbacks. Again, 3%, 2% climbs. At race pace, they're probably not that noticeable. Turning right there at the fountain, and again here there's a short little climb up towards the top before we're going to take the right hand turn back towards the Ocean Boulevard. So just stay with it, stay with the group, and prepare yourself for what's about to come, which is the epic com. So just stay with your group, work within the wheels. You should have got yourself nicely warmed up and been drifting through those wheels, holding the wheels as you go, getting some draft boost and that in there, just holding in, getting the benefits of being in the wheels and drafting. As we head out here, you're going to get towards the bottom of the epic com, which will take us up towards the jungle loop. So as we come along here, this wooden bridge is an indication to get yourself ready for the epic com. The first part of this is around about 1.2 kilometers in length and around 6% gradient average. But as you can see, the first couple of bends in this, there are some steeper sections hitting the double figures of 10% in places. So this is really where you need to work hard to stay with your group. If you can manage to get through these red and orange sections as we make this climb up here, hopefully you can get some respite when we hit that yellow section of sort of 2-3% gradient as we get towards the top of this com. As you can see, you move up through here now. We're about to come up to the bridge, which is where it's going to ease off. So manage to get yourself here still within your group. You're doing really well. Try and get a bit of respite, a bit of recovery in now on this 3% gradient before we take the right hand turn, which is going to take us onto the jungle loop. So hopefully you're holding on to your group at the moment, staying within those wheels, trying to stay with that front pack to lead you through here. Take the right hand turn here. We're going to climb up past these windmills. Again, it does kick on a little bit here, so just need to be mindful of it. There's nothing too taxing. It is sort of 3% maximum in places, but after the epic com that you've just climbed, you might just be hanging on a little bit here. Try and push through to the front, try and use as much draft boost as you can by sitting in those wheels, because once you get to the top of this, you're going to get some nice long stretches of descent for about 4 kilometers as we drop into the jungle. But bearing in mind we do drop into the jungle, which means we do have to climb back out of it. So what you're about to descend now is what you're going to climb a little bit later on in this course. So here we go, nice descents, get in those wheels, get drafting, get some recovery in. As we come round here, the little wooden suspension bridge, just one to be mindful of. It does dip down and there is a bit of a kick out of it. People do attack on this little bridge to make the most of this descent there and then kick out over the top of this one, as people will attack you on this one. Into a bit more descending here before we pick it up again. So here, as we come out of the caved area, we start the gradual climbs back out of the jungle now, hitting sort of 4% as we climb ourselves back out of the jungle loop, back towards the epic con. You're looking at 2.5 kilometers of climbing, around about 3% average gradient overall. So you just need to stay with the wheels and hold in here. And this will take us to around about 22.7 kilometers of the race. There will be a slight respite of 600 meters in the middle of it, but just keep pushing until 22.7 kilometers when we should have done the climbing out of the jungle. So this is your final push now to get you out of the jungle. As you can see, sort of 3% towards the top here. Just coming up to 22.5 kilometers into this race. But once you get to the top of this, there is going to be just over 2 kilometers of descending. Still need to work on that and try and stay within the group that you're with. Try and get in those wheels, tuck in nicely, get some draft boost off the people in front of you, and not do too much work, as you can try and get some recovery in here. This will take us past the windmills, drop back over the epic con, and make our way back towards the ocean tunnels before we head back towards downtown Watopia. So here we are heading into the final ocean tunnel, just getting down through these tunnels now, coming in towards the ending part of your race. Final couple of kilometers left in this one. Just need to remember that in these tunnels, just that final little kick out of it to take us out back onto the level land as we head towards downtown Watopia. So just be mindful, people might start making moves within this tunnel. They might start trying to push to the front just to get ready for this slight little kick out of the tunnel. Nothing too drastic, but another 3-4% towards the end of the race could just be where you need to push on a little bit. Out back now in the open, as you can see, downtown Watopia has given us some better weather than what I started this recon video in. You can see the skyscrapers there in front of you is where we're going to be finishing this race. Little kick up here, 2%, before we take the right hand turn, which will lead us down into downtown Watopia. And the finish at Banner will be at 29.8 kilometers in this race. Well, there you go then. That's my recon of stage 3 of the WTRL Zwift Racing League, Road to Ruins in reverse. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have done, then please do give it a thumbs up. Click that like button, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.